Howdy, folks. Welcome to the stream. All right, so who we got out there? Okay, so looks like we got one individual out there watching. Who do we got out there? Mind sharing who's watching? This is going to be a two-way video for the most part. Let's see how many folks we get tuning in here. But ideally, this will be a two-way thing. Hey, who else we got out there? Welcome to Shop Talk. This is definitely supposed to be interactive. So I got chat working finally, and really want to talk to you guys about shop modularity and get your take on some things. I'm making my computer bumpy here. It's sitting on the workbench. But I really want to talk to you guys about shop modularity tonight. So if you're, I'm assuming since you tuned in, you've seen some of my other videos. So really, you'll know that my shop is built around a mobile, central mobile kind of assembly table cart. I did not build that all at once. That was not one giant project where I put all this wizardry into, the table or spent a bunch of money all at once. I piecemealed it together as I was able, as I had the time, as I had the needs. I owned most of the machines before I built the workbench. And I spent a couple of years actually before I even cut a single piece of wood for this bench, planning it in a notebook. There's actually, it's part of my job in the Army. I carry around a notebook literally all the time in my cargo pocket. And there's about 3 years where I transferred this design to my different notebooks and kind of worked on it whenever I had a couple moments and was thinking about my shop setup. So now really that's the main thing is I don't want you to look at my shop and think, oh man, that's the coolest setup. Maybe you don't think that. Maybe you think it's dumb or you see all the flaws in it or you see, I don't know. I've had a lot of people come up to me. Some of my friends say, hey man, I'm really jealous of your setup. Well, really it starts with what you need and you expand on it as you go. And that's really what I want to talk to you about. So my work table started out as 2 sheets of 3/4 inch plywood, 4 8-foot 2x4s, and 8 casters. And I built the cart, added the table saw, added miter slots for the outfeed, added my miter saw, added my drill press, added the bandsaw, added the joiner, added the planer, added the dust collection. But each one of those was a separate project done over a long period of time. And of course, I didn't buy all these machines at once. I've actually owned most of my machines or slowly acquired them over the past 13 years. And then most of my tools I've actually been acquiring over the period of 20 plus years. So it's not something that you can just go out and do all at once, or you should. Maybe you can afford to, but setting up a shop is something that you slowly accumulate tools based on your workflow and your needs. So who do we got out there? Nobody said anything in the comments yet. Please, the whole point of this is to hang out with you guys. So if you got something, chat it up. And I think we'll go probably about 5 more minutes. I don't have a whole lot planned unless you guys start dialoguing with me. This will be kind of lame if it's just one way, and I don't want to put a lengthy video. So we've already talked about modularity, scaling your shop, building your shop as you need it, and then buying the tools only once you need them. I've got an article on my website about how you can actually use a project to essentially pay for a tool. A good example, that's a dining table. I bought my planer, my first planer, as I was building a dining table. We needed a new dining table, and we had a decision to make. Do we go to a furniture store and get an okay quality one for $1,500 or more? Or do I build one, get some nice lumber, it's going to cost several $100s in material, and save the additional money, but just trade that in time and work? So we decided to do that. Well, as part of that project, I needed a planer to plane down the rough oak I bought. And so I used that project. I bought a $200 planer, spent about $300 in materials on the oak and hardware and everything. And then basically that table cost $500. We saved $1,000. I basically lumped the planer into the total cost of the table, and that's how I acquired that tool. Now I eventually replaced it because I had an issue with my planer and I needed a new one. But that's just how it goes with tools and maintenance and things. If you've been watching and you haven't ever been to my website, I strongly encourage you to check that out. That's live. It's actually been live since 2018 now. I'm seeing a lot more traffic on there. Something new as of the past month, I've actually got an Etsy page up. There's some plans on there you can check out if you're interested. I've got plans to the mobile tool wall on there. I've got plans to a household organizer board. As I produce plans, they will go out there. I don't really have anything physical for sale on there yet. I'll probably have some stickers out there soon. That's part of the giveaway I'm going to be doing. And with that, I need your help to get to 5,000 subscribers. So in a couple days, you're going to see a video come out with instructions on how you can help me get to 5K. And I want to make that mutually beneficial. So I'm going to be launching a giveaway. So stay tuned to the channel in the next couple days in preparation for that. If you want to, starting today, if you want to refer a friend and they end up commenting on the video that I publish, that's really going to be the rules for the giveaway. So I will publish a specific video on that in a couple days. It'll be like a minute-long spiel. More to follow on that. But you can expect some free plans, probably some stickers, maybe a t-shirt. We'll see. And we'll see what else I've got to throw into that giveaway. It probably will be US only, but we'll see. If everything's digital and lightweight, I'll probably do it international. That way we keep it cool. So just kind of recapping, has anybody got anything out there? Anything you want to share about your shop challenges with how you keep things mobile? Another key thing is literally everything in my shop is on wheels. I can move anything that I need to. That's handy if you have a bigger shop and you want to move things out of the way, or you're doing large projects and you need to clear some floor space for assembly or whatever. Sometimes I work outside. Just today, I made like 2 cuts on the table saw and just rolled my workbench outside. Dust collection is a pretty awesome thing to start out modular. And bottom line is do it. Don't hesitate. I got shop backhoes hanging here coming out of my dust collection system. I can clean my entire shop. Or my shop is my rolling cart. My wife will tell you the garage is not our shop. It's our garage. Half of it's a shop, and then the other half is for parking cars. But what was I saying? Dust collection. So the main thing is having a setup. Just start with a shop vac. Run a length of pipe. Branch out to your table saw. Branch out to your miter saw. Branch out to whatever. It's having setups that are scalable allows you to grow as you progress, as you have needs. So I wouldn't limit yourself to something that's not scalable as you think about it. I'm going to do a video at some point in the future. I never published it a few years ago. I have a rough workup of the basic thought process behind my layout. And really, this is scalable. This is based on how I would array. If I had full-size floor standing machines, I would actually array my tools in a similar setup the way I have it. It would be scaled. It would probably expand to fill a larger space and be able to accommodate larger materials, et cetera. But I would array the workflow very similar to how I have it in this setup, even though this is a mobile and somewhat modular setup. So yeah, that's something to consider for you. And I promise to publish some more information on that. My lighting is modular. I'm going to blind you for a second. And as you can see, I got some pointing backwards here. This is reversed image, so it's a little funky. My flag is hung correctly. It looks like this is reverse image. So yes, I'm well aware on how to present the American flag. Anyhow, so you got some 550 parachute cord here, and then these lights are actually plugged into. They actually come out of that light fixture. This reverse image thing's funky. They actually come out of the light fixtures, and then they're linkable. So my lighting's even modular in this setup. I got a fresh video out on that if you want to check it out. So anyhow, folks, with that all being said, anybody got anything you want to talk about? I'm about ready to hang it up otherwise. If you don't, that's cool. Thanks for hanging out and enjoying, especially on a Saturday night. I'm sure you got better places to be, better people to be staring at other than me, but I do appreciate it. I think you guys are awesome, and that's why I keep doing these videos. I'd like to think that I'm adding some value to your thought process and giving you some ideas on things to do. This is a video that hasn't really taken off, and if you haven't checked it out, sorry, I'm kind of rabbit trail here, but check. This design is not my own, but this saw tool, as you can see, if I had a bunch of saws here, they would take up an absurd amount of space, but they just go up in. It's like one of those towel holders that has the roller balls. I didn't use balls. I used little wooden dowels, but you could use rubber balls. Now, if you haven't already, go find that video and watch it. It's pretty cool. I think a guy by the name of Alan's Woodworking was the inspiration behind that project. His video wasn't super clear on the what's going on behind the hood of that thing. So I've kind of embellished that in my workup of it. So if you haven't, go ahead and check that out. And if you haven't already, go ahead and bump on over to my website following this and check out that stuff. There's a few articles there on my current shop setup if you've never seen it in detail. There's a full shop tour in there, things like that. So anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off since you guys are being kind of lame and not really saying anything. So until next time, I'll probably do these once in a while, maybe not every week, but every couple weeks. So you can be looking for that in the future, and maybe we'll lead up to it a little bit so that it's a little more interactive and you guys know what's coming. So anyhow, thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.